I recently read just even the beginning of this book, 10-10-10 by Susie Welch, and I want to share what I learned because I think it's going to really help you with decision making like it's helped me. She shares that she was working and trying to balance a family, and she was feeling like she was spread too thin. So she decided she would ask the question, what will be the consequences of each decision in 10 minutes, 10 months, and 10 years? That way, she wasn't making decisions just based on the short term, and she wasn't sacrificing just for the long term, but she was making decisions that would work throughout her life. So when she asked the question and thought about the consequences, she then asked, knowing what I now know about all of my options and their consequences, which decision will best help me create a life of my own making? Is the life I'm living right now something that's going to be enjoyable and help me build memories now in the next 10 minutes and in the next 10 months? And will I not have regrets in 10 years? On a personal note, I had a much smaller wake-up call a few years ago, and I'm just going to read a snippet from my journal. So I wrote this back in 2011. Aaliyah and Grace heart attacked the office the other night when I thought they were in bed. They stuck notes on the window, sprinkled cutout hearts all over the desk, and created all kinds of pictures and designs for Eric and I to enjoy. The following morning at 6:30, I was working on my laptop in my bedroom when they came in and asked excitedly, "Did you see it?" "See what?" "The office." "Oh no, I haven't been in there yet," I replied. "I'm just working on a couple of things before I come down to breakfast. I'll check it in a minute." I should have jumped right up and ran into the office, but I just wanted to finish one more thing, and I can't even remember what it was now. They waited by me patiently, and then we did go into the office together, and I oohed and awed over all the darling love notes they wrote, but looking back on it now, my gratitude didn't match the gift. Aaliyah even told me she'd had a dream that I walked into the office and saw their handiwork and got so excited. I'm going to go heart attack them back as soon as I finish this journal entry. Fortunately, I'm realizing where I'm lacking before my children grow up and leave the house. Grace also brought me breakfast twice in the past week. Both times, she forgot to make breakfast for herself because she was so excited to serve me. And then later those mornings, she wondered why she was so hungry. I haven't made her breakfast in bed for months, but that's going to change. My children are so thoughtful. I don't want to overlook their kindness and regret the way I spent my time. Now, in hindsight, I need to give myself a little grace because that was a difficult time financially for our family, and I had a lot of responsibilities that were on my plate, just trying to do the best I could to work and to serve and to provide for all the needs. But I made the decision that I wasn't going to sacrifice my family along the way. So to be honest, it's actually been kind of challenging for me over the past decade as I've been building Learn to Become and working online, because whenever I go to conferences or talk with coaches, I'm often encouraged to do more. And you may be feeling that as well, just this constant pressure to keep performing and doing and doing and doing. And I've deliberately slowed down a lot of things because I wanted to be present with my husband and my children. And I didn't want to be so tired that I couldn't enjoy life along the way. The problem, however, is that I often kind of beat myself up for not doing more and maybe thinking that I was slower or maybe not as brave or as ambitious as others, and that maybe that was a detriment to the work I was trying to do. Looking back, however, now that we're almost empty nesters and we've been doing this for more than 15 years, I learned that my desire for a calm and peaceful life that was really family-centered wasn't a liability. In fact, I think it was one of my biggest strengths. And while each situation is unique, and I'm not here to judge anyone else, I do want to offer this 10-10-10 framework of the 10 minutes, 10 months, 10 years, because I think it's helpful to all of us to just look at our decisions from that perspective. So as you're looking right now at your decisions, how to balance your work, how often to travel, what to do with your free time, I hope that you'll think about this, immediate, short-term, long-term, and help those decisions to actually move you towards the life that you want to create.